My name is Tavleen Kaur from Group 3. I, along with my team members Rahul and Keshav, will be walking through the technical aspects where we'll be cover three main sections: data processing, data visualization, and web development that we built in the background for our project hospitality analysis. Let's dive into our code. These are the necessary libraries that we require for data manipulation, natural language processing, visualization, and machine learning. Here we are loading the dataset containing hotel reviews into a pandas data frame. Play the first few rows of the dataset and check for any missing values. We process the data by dropping rows in with missing values. We selecting specific columns such as reviews text, reviews rating, reviews date, title, city, name, and province. We also remove duplicate rows, clean the text in reviews text column by removing special characters and converting text to lowercase. Save the clean data frame to CSV file, clean sentiment dataset CSV without any index. Defining a function name as extract underscore impactful underscore words to extract meaningful words from the text data, filter out the stop words, and return the clean text. Then it applies the function to create a new column that is named as impactful words in the data frame containing the extracted impactful words, and save the updated data frame to a CSV format. The name of the file would be the dataset with impactfulword.csv. The function analyze sentiment WC and analyze sentiment use textplot to perform sentiment analysis on provided text. They classify the sentiment as a positive, negative, or neutral based on the polarity score. The analyze sentiment function considers the polarity score greater than 0 as a positive, less than 0 as a negative, and 0 as neutral. With the analyze sentiment function applies to sticker threshold for positive and negative sentiments. Finally, the sentiment analysis result are applied to the impactful words column in the data frame, and result are saved to a CSV file name as a sentiments.csv. The count of the views for each sentiment categories are also computed. We generate a word cloud for positive, neutral, and negative sentiments based on impactful words extracted from data frame. It combines words from reviews with corresponding sentiment labels and create a separate word cloud for each sentiment category. Finally, it plot the word cloud using matplotlib, providing visual representation for most frequent words associated with each sentiment. Segments standardize the data by renaming columns, converting data formats, and handling missing value. It further encode categorical variable using one hot encoding and transform textual features into numerical representation. Additionally, it combines all features into single metrics, impute missing values, and split the data into a training and testing set for model training and evaluation. Implemented models such as logistic regression classify on training data and evaluates its performance on the test data. It computes the accuracy of the model, and it also generates the sentiment score for all data points and assign it to data frame. Finally, it prints out the top 5 recommended hotels, and we achieve the accuracy of 86%. Logistic regression, we also generate confusion metrics to visualize the heat map with annotations for clarity. Additionally, it prints out the classification report showing precision, recall, F1 score for each sentiment category. Random forest classifier on training data and evaluates its accuracy on test data. It calculates a model accuracy, predicts sentiment score, print out the top 5 recommended hotels, and we achieve the recommends accuracy of 82%. Confusion metrics to evaluate the performance of random forest model on the test data. It visualizes the confusion metrics using a heat map with annotation for clarity. Additionally, it prints out the classification report showing precision, recall, F1 score for each sentiment category. Also train decision tree classifier using the training data and evaluates its accuracy, and we achieve the accuracy of 80%. It predicts sentiment score. Finally, it compares the top 5 recommended hotel based on the sentiment score, and it generates the confusion metrics which visualize the performance of decision tree classifier on the test data. And additionally, it prints out the classification report showing precision, recall, F1 score for each sentiment score.
Thank you so much, Sabine. Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Kumar and I'm going to walk you through the data visualizations of our project. First of all, we started by importing a matplotlib library. After that, we assigned colors to our bar chart representing different sentiments. We grouped our data, year and sentiment, then counting the size of each group. If there are any missing values, if there is no more reviews of a certain sentiment in a year and it fills with a zero, simultaneously making a bar plot where each bar is divided into sections or stacked according to the sentiment. As you can see in this chart, there is a dramatic rise in the positive reviews of customers from the year 2015 to 2016. Here we are using Seaborn and Matplotlib libraries to create a bar plot of average sentiment score by scores by state. First, we start by setting up the color of the bar chart, and after that creating a custom color palette. In this case, we are using green. We are using column state and the sentiment score set, which comes from the data frame, and the bar represents mean sentiment score of each state. The output of this bar showing average sentiment scores for different state. Each bar represents a state, and the height of the bar represents the average sentiment score for that state. Let's dive a bit deeper and have a look at the top 10 states by average sentiment score. We started by assigning colors to different states. After that, calculating the average sentiment score of each state and sorting the states by their average sentiment score and score in descending order. We chose only top 10 states and similarly adding the labeling and y-axis. The plot helps us in understanding the distribution of sentiment scores across the top 10 states. This could be used in sentiment analysis of social media posts and reviews to understand the general sentiment of each people in different states. As you can see here, the Mississippi, Rhode Island, and Washington has the highest average sentiment score. While digging a bit deeper, we thought of analyzing the customer reviews with respect to the base price of the hotel. So we started looking by the range of base prices by different states. After that, after defining the color palette, we started sorting the data frame in descending order, simultaneously getting the 10 top 10 unique states and creating a box plot of base prices for each of the 10 states. Each box plot displays the interquartile range of base prices with a line indicating the median price of the state. Going forward, we wanted to show the top 5 and bottom 5 states based on the sentiment. We started by creating two lists of colors. The first top 5 is for the top 5 states, and the second list, bottom 5, is for bottom 5 states. After that, we group the data frame by columns, state and sentiment, count of each size group, and reshaping the result into a data frame where each rows corresponds to the state and each column corresponds to the sentiment. Adding a new column total to the data frame. Adding a new column total to the data frame sentiment counts that contains the sum of counts of all sentiment categories of each states, and lastly creating two bar plots of positive sentiments for the top 5 states and bottom 5 states. The left graph is the top 5 states on sentiment and displays the positive sentiment in 5 different states: California, Virginia, Florida, Maryland, and Nevada. And on the right graph, bottom 5 states on the sentiments: Utah, Alaska, North Dakota, Vermont, and Rhode Island. Based on the sentiment scores, we try to showcase the top 5 best recommended hotels and the bottom 5 hotels. We start by sorting the data frame TF by column sentiment scores set in descending order, storing the result in recommended hotels, extracting the top 5 and bottom 5 hotels for recommended hotels. Likewise, plotting the bar chart of the sentiment scores for top 5 hotels and bottom 5 hotels. The top 5 hotels, likewise, the bottom 5 hotels based on the sentiment score. And moving forward to our Power BI dashboard, where we try to visually show more information about our dataset and our project. Here you can see the top 10 states by review. and top five cities by review sentiments, and top five hotels by ratings. We also try to show a word cloud of the reviews of the customers. As you can see here, it's a dirty, bad room hotels, and we try to show a correlation between price and rating, just to see if there is any correlation between the price and the review ratings that is provided by the customers. And to further continue our presentation, I would like to hand over to Keshav. Thank you so much.
So to create a website, we start by importing necessary modules and creating a Flask application instance named app. And then we load the preprocessed dataset, which is a CSV file. And then we have determined a season. So we have defined a function, get season, to determine the season based on the month of a review. This function takes the month as input and returns the corresponding season, such as summer, autumn, winter, and some spring. So this function maps each month to a basic based on a typical seasonal patterns. And we pre-process this data. We pass the dates into the data set to convert them into a datetime format. We extracted the month from each date using a dt.month attribute of pandas datetime objects. So coming to seasoning mapping, we have created a new column in the data frame by applying the getSeason function to the month column. This column stores the season corresponding to each review date. So again, we have used two routes here. One is the route is like which is just a slash which renders the index.html template, whereas the another route predict which handles the form submission and renders the result.html template with search results. So, and coming to the form handling logic which we have used here. Yeah. So this when the form in index.html is submitted, the predict function is triggered. The function retrieves form data such as location, price range, and season. And also it will filter hotels in the data frame based on the user search criteria. And if suppose the user selects all seasons, it filters based on the location and price only. If the user selects a specific season, it further filters based on the selected season. So yeah. Finally, the top five hotels are rendered in the result.html template along with other such parameters. So coming to the if name equals to main, this debugging and running block ensures that the Flask application is only run if the script is executed directly, but not imported as a module. So when the script is executed, the Flask runs in a debug mode. This provides useful debugging information in case of any errors. So let's go to index.html here. Yeah. So this HTML template provides a form for users to search for hotels based on a location, price, and season. It also contains input fields for location, price minimum, and price maximum. So basically, in that price range, if the user is looking. Additionally, it includes a drop-down menu called season to select any of the season like autumn, spring, summer, or winter. So if such results are available, it displays the search parameters and lists the top hotels over there. So yeah, so this is how we have used the drop down for the season. And coming to the result.html. So this template basically displays the search results for the hotels based on the user input, which has done in the previous step. So it also shows the search parameters of location, price, and season, and list of top hotels based on the search. So the hotels displayed using a loop here. As you can see, there is a for loop over here, which iterates over the data frame, the top hotels, and displays each hotel name, price, and the sentiment score of the particular hotel. So this template is styled to center output vertically and horizontally on the page. So let me show you by running this script. So let me just give you a demo or sample website which we have done here. So yeah, this is how it looks. And a few more modifications yet to be done here. So let me enter the location name Hanover state, and I need hotels range between 100 to maybe 400. Yeah, I'm looking for winter. Search. Yeah, these are the few top hotels based on the search. It also displays the cost and the sentiment of that particular hotels over there. So yeah, this is the quick demo. Thank you.